Most builders do not begin exhausted. They begin with fire, an idea, a vision, a quiet belief that they are capable of creating something better than what exists today. Before the city wakes, they are already preparing. They open the notebook, arrange the tools, study the plan, and take the first deliberate step towards something that exists only in their imagination. At first, the sacrifice feels meaningful. Each completed task becomes proof that the effort is working. Every small result creates more confidence. Progress feels exciting, and the builder begins to believe that almost anything is possible through enough focus and persistence. But ambition has a dangerous side. Because progress feels rewarding, the builder begins to assume that more work must always produce more progress. One extra hour becomes another late night. One missed break becomes a habit. Food grows cold beside the desk. Water remains untouched. Messages arrive faster than they can be answered, while unfinished responsibilities begin filling every available space. The workday no longer has a clear ending. Morning becomes afternoon. Afternoon becomes evening. The city changes outside, but the builder remains in the same place, chasing one more task, one more improvement, one more sign that all this effort will eventually be worth it. From the outside, it may still look like discipline, but discipline has direction. Discipline knows what matters, what can wait, and when enough has been done for one day. Obsession has no such boundary. It tells the builder that stopping is weakness, that rest must be earned, that every unused hour is a wasted opportunity. The first signs of burnout are rarely dramatic. There is no alarm, no clear moment when ambition suddenly becomes harmful. Instead, concentration begins to weaken. The builder reads the same sentence again, stares at the same empty page, rearranges unfinished work without making meaningful progress. The body begins communicating what the mind refuses to accept. Tight shoulders, tired eyes, shallow breathing, a restless mind trapped inside an exhausted body. Yet the builder continues. Because when personal value becomes connected to productivity, slowing down no longer feels like recovery. It feels like failure. So the warning signs are ignored. The light flickers, but the work continues. Pressure builds quietly, and the first cracks begin to appear, not only in the schedule or the workspace, but inside the builder. The work that once created purpose now creates numbness. The goals that once produced excitement begin to feel distant and heavy. Nothing feels fully finished. Nothing feels like enough. And while the world continues moving, the builder becomes trapped between the need to keep going and the growing inability to move at all. This is not the final collapse. It is the moment before it. The quiet point where ambition stops serving the builder, and the builder begins serving the ambition. The builder knows something is wrong. The body is slower. The mind is heavier. The work no longer feels clear. But instead of stepping back, the builder makes the most common mistake of all. They decide to push harder. They return to the same pressure, convinced that more effort will repair what effort has already damaged. Around them, the world continues producing. Construction carries on through the night. Machines keep moving. Deadlines keep arriving. Everything seems to repeat one message: keep going. So the builder obeys. They work faster, correct the same work again, force their attention onto tasks that no longer have direction. But exhaustion does not disappear when it is ignored. It changes the quality of every decision. A measurement is missed. A detail is overlooked. One mistake creates another task, and the builder must now spend more energy repairing work that fatigue has already weakened. For one moment, the body asks for a pause. The builder almost listens. Then the old fear returns. If I stop, I will fall behind. So the hands return to work. Responsibilities begin closing in from every side. Precision disappears. Simple actions demand more effort. The smallest accident feels like another failure. And outside the workspace, life continues without them. A seat remains empty. A call goes unanswered. The people and moments that once gave the work meaning are pushed aside for the work itself. The builder notices this. They look out at the city and see a world that is still moving. Somewhere inside, they understand the cost. But understanding is not the same as changing. They return again. Pressure keeps rising until the builder begins to resemble the systems around them. Always operating, always producing, never permitted to slow down. But a human being is not a machine. And even machines fail when strain continues without recovery. Eventually, effort stops creating movement. The builder sits before the work, but cannot begin. The mind searches for the next step and finds only noise. There is no dramatic explosion, no single moment that explains everything, only a gradual loss of energy, clarity, and purpose. The hands leave the keyboard, the work closes, the lights go out, and for the first time in a long time, everything becomes silent. This is burnout at its deepest point, not simply being tired, but reaching the place where the builder has given so much to the work that there is almost nothing left with which to continue.
After the noise comes silence. At first, the silence feels like failure. The builder is no longer moving, no longer producing, no longer proving anything. But silence can reveal what constant effort hides. Burnout is not evidence that the builder cared too little. It is often evidence that ambition was allowed to grow without limits, rhythm, or direction. The Stoic correction begins with a simple question. What is actually within my control? Not every outcome, not every deadline, not the opinions of others, not the speed at which the world demands results. What belongs to the builder is smaller but more powerful. The next choice, the next boundary, the next honest step. Recovery does not begin by abandoning the work. It begins by removing what never needed to be carried. One unnecessary burden is set down. One priority is chosen. One stone is placed carefully instead of 10 being thrown into position. The builder learns that discipline is not constant force. Discipline is knowing when to continue, when to pause, and what deserves attention at all.
Get ready to
raise it up. A strong foundation is not
Gentle
created
now,
through
ease
panic.
it right into the brackets.
It is created through order. Work has a beginning, and it must also have an ending. Rest is not a reward for becoming empty. It is part of the system that allows meaningful effort to return. The builder reconnects with people, with the body, and with the world outside the task. Progress becomes slower but clearer. The goal is no longer to appear unstoppable. The goal is to become sustainable, stone by stone, day by day. With enough patience to correct mistakes, enough humility to accept help, and enough wisdom to stop before the fire consumes its source. The Stoic builder does not ask, how much can I endure today? The better question is, how can I continue building tomorrow? Because the strongest builder is not the one who burns brightest for a few weeks. It is the one who can keep the flame steady for years. Ambition still remains, but now it is governed. The builder returns, not weaker, not less committed, but ordered. And what is built with order has a chance to last.